blocks. Basic warm-up starts right here. Put it in either hand. I'm holding the center of the staff. You know it's the center on this two-piece bow staff. This is the one that I'm giving away on April 15th. I think that's tomorrow, right? I'm gonna pull a name out of the hat. One of you who is a member here is gonna win this, and I'm gonna mail it to you. But this is the bow staff, this two-piece bow staff. It unscrews, I'll show you that in a minute. But I'm just going back and forth, spinning this. Well, I got too close. I was trying to say hello, see who was saying hello to me, and I'm spinning it. Hi, it's good to see you. So I'm just going back and forth. It's in the middle of my hand. I'm warming up the wrist. This is a basic warm-up move for the bow, and this is gonna build strength in your hands. I'm well, how are you tonight? I'm just going back and forth, building some power, building some speed, building capacity, getting the blood to flow into the joint. You wanna keep your hands safe from injury during this workout. After you do 30 seconds on one hand, put it in the other hand. Again, that's the center. This kind of bow, this is a two-piece staff. This comes apart, you can pack it, take it with you wherever you go. This is more for show, it's for demonstration, it's for training, wherever you are. And it comes apart, you can use it as a collie sticks, a screamer sticks, or an East, anything like that. But just doing this basic warm-up, going back and forth in your wrist. As you go through this motion, you're gonna feel it's gonna pull your wrist around more and more. So you're gonna get more flexibility, more strength. You're gonna get stronger, healthier wrists and joints. You're gonna keep going. Thank you, I appreciate that. You said you love watching me. Keep up the good content. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for training with me. Then, after you go back and forth, you're gonna go from one hand into the other hand and start to practice your basic pass. Palm or pinky to pinky, just going out from one side to the other side, just passing back and forth. Get a good feel for it. That's also going to increase your stretch. Hello, Caduce, it's good to see you. Side to side. I like doing these live martial arts training with you because you get to ask me questions in real time, things that I don't always get to answer later in another live stream or in another training video. One of the things we are going to talk about in this session is how to block. Some of the basic things. Now, if you're using this for self-defense, I'm going to tell you, don't block, hit them first. But if you want to learn how to do combat bow or ultimate bow, learn how to fight with a bow for fun or for demonstration, I'm going to show you how to do some basic blocks in this basic warm-up or this basic workout today. This is how to train your bow staff at home or bow staff follow-along, basic martial arts. You know, a little bit of kung fu in this, especially in the bow. This bow style that I teach is a blended style. Now, you're going to hold it in one hand. I'm going to talk about what that means in a second, but I want to get you on to the next exercise because we're working out together. Again, it's just in the middle of your hand. This is my right hand. You're going to go down in front of your body, pull it up, and come to the other side. You're going to do a figure eight spin. You're leading with that thumb, carving it sideways, just going side to side. I'm going to show you at an angle. This is what it looks like from the side, in to one side, out to the other side. Show you from the other angle, just down and up, straight on. Just a basic warm-up move, but this is also something that's going to allow you to start to build more flexibility and strength in your wrist as you learn how to move this bow staff through space and time, or bow. Bow staff means staff. So purists will say, don't call it a bow staff, you're repeating yourself. But I call it bow staff because that's what a lot of you call it when you're looking for the bow in a search engine on Google or YouTube. You type in bow staff when you don't know. I'm not going to criticize you for not knowing, right? I'm going to give you what you want. You want to learn how to use the bow or the bow staff. I'm going to show you how to use the martial arts long staff. Maybe you use the Korean style and you call it the jangbong, or use the Chinese style and it's the gun or the cudgel or the bong. Hold it in this hand, going side to side, and that forward figure eight, just carving that sideways motion. This is also known as an endless spin or an infinity spin. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, take your time. Again, if you want to see what it looks like from the side, comes in, comes back, from the other side, down and back, and then straight on. When you're following along at home, you're trying to learn martial arts, sometimes it's helpful if you can see all these different angles, right? And I don't have a cameraman, it's just me and you, and this camera in the middle, this iPhone, right? So I'll just turn my body and hopefully that'll help make more sense. Now this is a forward spin. When your hand is pushing down with the thumb, we call that a forward spin. When you pull it up, and let me unscrew this. I want to show you, this is that two-piece bow staff. If you have already joined below, or if you're one of my Patreons, I thank you on both cases. Or even if you haven't paid anything, but you want to be a member of this International Global Dojo, it's free, or you can pay and help support it. Either way, I'm very appreciative. I'm grateful for training with me. Go to pasquinale.com, go to my website, and there's at the bottom, it's in the link below in the description, but at the bottom of the page, there's a contact box. If you haven't done so already, send me a note, say, hey, I'm going to draw for this tomorrow. This is the two-piece bow staff. Tell me you want to win the two-piece bow staff. And I'm going to pull a name. I'm going to mail it. My cost, free, 100%, just as I say thank you for following me. See how, if I use this as a sword, or a collie stick, a screamer, arnis, whatever you want to call it, and I'm pulling up and striking up. That's the second one. We started with going down, down, slicing down. That's the figure eight forward. Coming up is the reverse figure eight. Let me put it back together. You see how sturdy this thing is. I like this because, maybe you want to learn how to fight with double-bladed lightsabers and learn how to do all of the tricks that you might see or whatever. You can practice that with this two-piece bow staff. The link is in the description below if you want to see what these cost. They're really not that much. And the coolest thing about them is when they're not together, it's small, right? So you're not paying for oversized shipping. It's not a big, massive piece. Shipping's become a ridiculous cost. I can't even ship anything. I was going to ship a t-shirt to somebody in Ireland. It's like $128 for a $10, $15 t-shirt. But this breaks down in half, cuts shipping charges down. You can pack this in a nice big suitcase. I did that, took it to the hotel. Now I've got something to practice with, and I've got more than one weapon. You've got a staff, and then you also have collie sticks or two short swords. And they're not really that short. And they come in 3 different sizes, 4 sizes, different colors. Hi, it's good to see you, Yuri. So I'm putting it back together so I can show you that reverse spin, reverse figure eight or reverse infinity spin, pulling with the pinky, pull it up into the side. Let me show you from this angle, turning sideways, or from the inside. This is my right hand. After you do that for about 30 seconds, put it into your left hand. You're going to do the same thing, pulling it up and over. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Take your time. No rush. Just learn how it works. Show you from this side. And then I want you to start to go from one hand to the other hand. Thanks, Singe Man. It's good to see you. You're going to go from one hand into the other hand, and we're going to do that forward spin first. The forward figure eight, the one you did first. This is my right hand. When it comes to your left side, palm up, use your left hand, take it pinky to pinky. Remember, this is how we warmed up here. Oh, it's nice and early. Good for you being up early. Hopefully you just haven't, hopefully you're up early and you haven't gone to bed yet. But 4 a.m. in India, welcome. Good morning. So your pinky to pinky. I didn't see your email. Send me your email. Bring it to the other side. Send me an email. I still have some t-shirts. Same thing. I'm going to send them out for free, just for asking. First come, first serve. I don't have a lot, but send me an email. Say, hey, this is who I am. First name, last name, your t-shirt size, and your mailing address. So pinky to pinky, you're taking it behind the other hand to come over. That's my right hand. See, I'm behind it. Behind. And you're going to start to just spin. And I want you to take it's like a small step forward and a small step backward. Just turning your hips, turning your shoulders. This is how you start to work on flow when it comes to spinning. Now let's talk about some basic strikes. If I have my hands like this, push-up style, push-up position, both palms facing the same direction, I can, from my chest, first block up and away from me. Let's say a punch is coming straight in to your face. You're going to catch that punch and lift it up. Now see what's happened there? I've exposed all their soft, vital spots, all the ribs. After I block, now I can strike, come down on top. So the first block is from your chest, pushing up. Then bring it back to your chest, and I want you to think of punching straight to the face with one hand, and then follow it with the other hand. Good, I'm glad you were dancing. You're going to be up till 4, you might as well be dancing. Pushing with one, pushing with the other one. Now, don't stop it here. See, that's on this side of my face. I want to go clear through to the other side. Strike through to the other side. As you stop it, you're going to stop it here on the top of that elbow. Caucho toro. Toro is the bull, right? In Spanish. Caucho. In Amsterdam. What time is it in Amsterdam? We're striking here. 1, 2. Just think of that as a straight punch to the face. The staff is going to come back and protect the top of that elbow, and you're in this position where your palms are out. So put those together, high block, punch, from your chest, just straight down. Now, they're trying to stab a knife in you, or maybe they're trying to kick you in the gut, or grab you, take hold of you and pull you away. You're going to take this into your chest first. Always go into your chest, 12:30 a.m., nice and early, right? Or nice and late, however you look at it. You're going to shove it straight down. From here, your elbows are tucked in, nice next to your body. This is how you're doing your basic blocks. And you're going to shove nice and hard. From here, straight down, one foot's in front of the next, and then bring it back up a little bit and strike the knee, and then the knee. Put those together, do a high block, 2 punches to the head, a low block, 2 punches to the knee. Switch your feet. High block, 1, 2, low block, 1, 2. Switch your feet. Every time I want you to switch your feet in practice, whichever foot's forward, that's my right foot. Punch with that hand first. Punch with that hand first. That's my left foot. Punch with the left, right. You do high block, low block, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are just some basic blocks and some strikes. Now, put it back in your hand, and I want you to go over the back of your hand in a wrist roll, and you have 2 sides of the hand. You have the small side, the big side, pinky side, thumb side. On the pinky side, you turn your thumb down, open the hand, and let it roll. It's going to come here. Brandon, it's good to see you. What time is it where you are, Brandon? And then you're going to bring it back up. Thumb opens, goes over the back of that hand. Take it. You're just going to go over one side and the other side. These are called wrist rolls. And when you do wrist rolls, especially with this medium weight staff, this is that 2-piece staff. You see the link below if you're interested in what these cost. They're not very much at all. But going over one side of the hand and the other side of the hand forces you to stop and push it back. What's going to happen is you're going to build strength and power in that. Good. Congratulations, Brandon. He said he's going to be a black belt this December. It's a lot of hard work, I know, but it's worth it. You'll make a good black belt. You're coming over. Hello, John. It's good to see you. And back. John, I checked. I did not find your email. Open. Please send me another email if you can. Or go into your sent folder and just check. Make sure it went to pasquinelli@hotmail.com or pasquinelli@gmail.com. Thanks, T. It's only because I've been doing it for 40-some years. Literally, I've been doing it over 40 years. But I don't want to confuse anybody. You can get as good as me or better. And all you have to do, I put out 2 videos so far on bow staff mastery, 10 spins, 100 spins a day on each one. That makes 1,000 total. Maybe send it to me again. I've only seen 2 emails. I double checked, triple checked. I got Sensei Emmett's and I got someone else's, and I already sent that shirt out. Sensei Emmett's in Ireland. I'm trying to figure out shipping because it's ridiculous over there. I might have to cut the shirt up and fold it into, make it origami, make it an envelope and send it air post or something. I don't know. Anyway, 10,000 spins or 100,000 spins over 100 days. And this is how you do it. You break it down, you do 10 different spins, and you do them 100, which is 50 per hand. So for example, you might do this, that's actually 2 spins. Going over one, going over the other one. Shipping is expensive, but I'll make sure I can get it to you. 1, 2, if I have your size, you have to send me that email one more time. Go over one side, go over this, and then I'll have your email. And when I have other stuff, because people, sometimes these martial arts supply companies send me stuff for free, and if I don't need it, I like to pass it on to you. I'll do a couple videos with it, and I'll say, hey, maybe John would like this. Let me send it to John. John's helped me out a lot. John's been very supportive. Let me send one to John. I say, yeah, I talk to myself like that. But you do 50 per hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you do 50 on the other one. Before you know it, it only takes a couple minutes, and then you go into, you do 50 of these, and you can break it up. You can do them to the front of your body, or you do it to the front and the back of your body. And then you do it 50 on the other hand. Now you're up to 200. You keep going, you keep going, you keep going. Pulling back and up. Back and up is the reverse. Now you've added a third spin. Do it in front of your body. Do it to the front and the back. And if you want to make it even go faster, go hand to hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then someone else is going to say to you, boy, you're smooth and fast. You're faster than that guy, Matt, that I watch on the video. How'd you get so smooth? And you say, I just did 100 spins, 10 different spins. I did them 100 times, 50 each hand for 100 days. I got to 100,000 spins in 100 days. And it took me less than 20 minutes a day. You'll be shocked. You'll shock yourself. Everybody else will see it, and they'll be impressed. But I want you to go after your wrist rolls side to side. I want to talk about your hands being in this position for another set of, good, John. Yeah, that's the other thing. I had one of my students from Ohio. He was down here this weekend. We worked in person. And I asked him, I said, how's the trigger finger doing, or how's the arthritis in your fingers? And he said, I don't know, I've really been paying attention to it, it's about the same. But I know what I see. There's a lot less swelling. He has a lot more movement. And he's doing this with his finger rolls. He's 73, 72, 73, maybe 74. Oh, I forget. But he looks like he's my age or younger. And when we started, he couldn't do it at all, right? He couldn't figure it out. I said, don't quit. Anything that's hard to learn is going to have a high value when you don't quit, because you will learn it, I promise you. Use the other hand. Roll it through the fingers. Use the other hand. Figure it out. Effort at it. Fight for it. Fight not to give up. Fight not to quit. Most people look for every reason in the world to give up, and they find it, right? They find 100 reasons, and they're so dumb. All they need is one reason. They find 1,000 reasons why you can't do that. All you need is one reason why you can. And the harder it is for you to figure it out, when you don't quit and you finally figure it out, because you will, there's no question you will, you'll be able to do it. The value from that effort is extremely high. The reward, the payoff is going to be great because you worked so hard to get it. And if you have had arthritic hands, you've ever had arthritis in your hands, you have less, and it gets better, you know that that's worth all the money you would ever pay, right? Living with that pain is horrendous. It's horrific, and there's no getting away from it. But all of a sudden now you start, or your shoulders get better, or your elbows feel better. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what people tell me and what I know from all of this training myself. It's some kind of physical therapy, and it's powerful. It's amazing, and it works. All right, after finger rolls, I want to talk about the split grip, palm out, palm in. This is more Japanese style. This is more the Kobudo or the Okinawan style, bow, not bow staff, but just bow. because bow means staff. And you have basic strike down at this angle, thrusts, or ski, spelled T-S-U-K-I if you were the romanization of the Japanese. Striking down, punching across, coming down over top. We must be in the same time zone, Brandon. Same time here. So you're striking down, angular strike, horizontal strike, and they can come from either side. Angular strike down, angular strike up. And this is my left hand in front of the right. And then you have vertical strike, straight down. And you can come straight up with that back hand, up under the chin maybe, up under the groin maybe. You can go down to the knee, you can go into the arm, you can go into the neck, you can go into the temple. And then blocking, just straight up. From here, like the other one, up, down. And then you can block and clear across your body and clear across your body this way. Blocking side and side. So now you have some basic ways to block with your staff and strike with your staff. If you need to put it in the other hand or get the other foot forward, it's my left hand. So I want this left hand, the palm is going to be facing the inside of my body. Right hand palm is facing the right side of my body. See that? Now to get it to the right foot forward, I'm just going to walk my hand over and walk this hand over. And now I do all those same strikes, thrusts, up under the chin, straight through the neck, down into that vicious animal that's trying to attack. High block, low block, blocking above the head, blocking above the head. You can block the same hand on top. You can block that other hand on top. Those are all blocks. They're all different techniques. There are also circular blocks to come straight in from the front. Maybe they've got a weapon or they're throwing a punch. You're going to turn it and smash it. But don't overthink it. Learn the basics first. Back to the spins from this position, I said you can change your hands like this. Speaking of podcasts, I'm getting ready to relaunch my podcasts. My website is pasquinelli.com. pasquinelli.com. It's my last name. Feel free to go there and look around, right? All right, from here, another way to do this is to do that. Spin it. And I want you to learn that next. Palm up, palm down. You're going to come over. For some reason, the best way, I don't always get everybody's email. I think it's because of all of the email blocking stuff. But if you go through my website's already validated in my email. It comes right to my email. So the website, I think, is almost a little bit better if you can go there. And it's just like the contact me box or join the newsletter. I forget exactly what it says. I don't look at it all the time, but I know I get emails from people all the time. Especially, most of the emails come through there. I'm going to lower the camera a little bit. Hold on. Don't get nauseous. Palm up, palm down. I'm going it over. I do. If you go to the first link below, or the second link, I think the first link says join this channel. The second link says get some martial arts equipment. There's all kinds of bow staffs there. Go take a look at all those different bows. They're not always... Yeah, and you can search my full name. There are a lot of things that come up. Some of the books I've written. I think there's some stuff on Amazon. It was a while ago. I haven't written anything recently, but I got some books in me. I got some books in me bubbling up to the surface right now. I needed more life. I don't want to be one of those coaches that's full of crap. I'm sure I am. Like everybody is, right? But I don't want to be one of those young coaches. I'm not picking on young people. I don't want to be somebody who's trying to tell you something that I didn't live myself and do myself and learn the hard way. What I am an expert at, in addition to bow staff, that I say I'm an expert at, I've lived it, right? And if I'm going to help you with something, one of the things that I'm the best at, that I know of, and I have room for growth, I can be better, but behavior change, helping people change their behavior. It's my specialty. So you're just going side to side. What's going to happen is it's going to start to build the speed, the power in your hands, the strength in your arm, because as you go over, create all of that momentum, kinetic energy, stored energy, and you're stopping it with the other hand. Your hands have to get faster. You're going to learn how to strike, spin, strike, spin, high block, low block, spin, strike, high block, low block, spin. And then start to work it up. Do all the things you want to do. Let's talk about behind the back real quick. Good evening, Wilson. It's good to see you. Hey, I really appreciate all you guys training with me like this in person. I especially appreciate when you hit the like button and share this. When you guys start to share these things, the numbers really go up. And I don't know if you've seen sometimes lately, some people have said, hey, it looks, thank you, I appreciate you saying that I inspire people. But some people say, hey, it looks like you're trying to make money. And the answer is yes. Or, hey, it looks like you, all those ad rolls, mid-roll. And I try to change them, take a lot of them out because I think Facebook puts way too many in. But I don't have time to get to them right away just because I'm so busy. And I'm busy because I'm running here, I'm running there. I'm trying to make 10 bucks here. I'm trying to make 20 bucks there. The COVID has really slowed down my industry. And I'm sure there's some people out there just killing it right now, but it's not me. So if it looks like I'm scrambling, trying to keep the lights on, the answer is yes, I am. And I appreciate you helping me do that. The silver lining for me is that I like teaching this way. I like working with you this way. I like the idea of a global virtual community. And so when you guys support me just by watching me, and you don't have to give me money. Don't give me any money. Don't give me money. Dude, seriously. If you don't have money to share, I'm not asking for money. I'm asking for eyeballs, right? Eyeballs, if you have money to support, I love that too. I'm extremely grateful. Thank you. But you don't have to support me with your dollars. Support me with your training. Train with me. That's what keeps me going, right? I need a little bit of this to literally pay for stuff. And then I need a whole bunch of blood, sweat, and tears. I need people to be in the trenches fighting with me. Because I have been doing this for so long. I got to the point, this, by the way, is the same as this, where we warmed up. Now you're just going over your head, side to side. When you're ready, bring it out, drop it behind your back, and you're going to pull it out over your head. But when you train with me, that gives me more incentive than any amount of money to keep doing it. And it's not about how many people watch the video. I really don't care. It's about how many people watch the video and take some action and send me those emails and put those comments in. My fingers, like John said, his fingers feel better. He's getting better at doing the spin. That's what I want to do, right? When I got into martial arts, I was trying to heal myself. It's like psychologists. I think every psychologist is trying to heal himself or herself. All doctors, maybe that's just the thing, right? Most teachers are trying to teach themselves. Every time I say something to you, I'm really telling it to myself. I need to hear it more and more and more because my head's so thick. I need to hear it more than you do. When I say slow is smooth, smooth is fast, I'm talking to me. Good, I'm glad you made a bamboo staff. A broomstick works, right? Anything that you can do to use and not wait. Don't delay. People tell me all the time, I took a couple of gift wrap paper rolls, taped them together, and I'm spinning that. And some of those are, they're a little bit thicker, so I can see that works. I started with painter poles, because I grew up painting with my father, and sanding poles. Those were a little bit skinnier. I can still picture, I sanded the drywall down in like 1 million apartments and painted and all that. And brooms. And when we would wear that broom down until the bristles had there was no more bristle. And then I literally take a pocket knife, one of those Swiss Army knives, has a saw on it, and I use that saw, cut off the broom head. Now I've got myself another bow staff, and I'd spin that thing, and I would use it, and I would practice it every chance I got to keep my busy mind busy. And the more I did that, the less anybody had to say about ADD or ADHD. And I'm so old that I don't think it was ADHD back then. It was just, he's got an active imagination. He's got an active mind. Put a stick in his hand so that he can sit still later. And man, does that ever work. It's called a kinesthetic learner. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. If someone says ADD, ADHD, bunko, wrong, bull. It's a kinesthetic learner. You have to move in order to learn it. And that's not a deficit, that's a blessing. As long as you get a stick in your hand and you learn how to discipline your mind through movement. Discipline your mind through movement. That's what you got to do. Yeah, if it's too much sugar, cut the sugar out. Your teeth are going to rot and it's going to make fat. It's not good for you. But if you're a kinesthetic learner, you're not meant to sit still 7-8 hours a day. And then they cut all the movement out of schools. It's crazy. I am now, John, but I won't ever always be. One day you'll be better than I am, I promise. You just keep moving. You're probably doing that 100,000 spin challenge. That's how you get better at it. After the 100,000 spins, then go into 100,000 strikes. You'll be shocked at how strong and fast and powerful your strikes get, right? And it'll become second nature. It'll become like your hands have their own little brain in it. And that's what you want. You want to have that flexibility. You want to have that smoothness. You want to have that flow, that speed, that power. All that stuff comes simple repetition. And it doesn't have to be 5,000 reps every single day. It should only 1,000 reps. 1,000 reps over 100 days. You have 100,000 reps. That's basic mastery. We say 10,000 of anything is, and that's not, there's all kinds of variables there that the scientists or whatever have to have. But you can just imagine if you did 100,000 spins in 100 days, you're going to be good at something, right? You're going to be a lot better. And most importantly, 100 days is going to pass whether you sit on your bum watching Netflix or if you spin your staff. 100 days is going to pass the exact same amount of time. 100 days is 100 days. 100 days later, you'll either have done 100,000 spins or you would have watched, an extra garbage show on Netflix on your bum. It's like when I watch, or you would have been reading news stories, making yourself angry, making yourself crazy over stuff you have no control over. Or spin your staff. Work on putting them in combination. Go wrist rolls into finger rolls. That's just that figure eight. And I break it down with some fingers and some wrists. You can do wrist roll to wrist roll. But there's no limit to what you can do. The last one I want to leave you with, and I got to go teach a class, is open that hand. I have to go teach another class because we have a class going right now. I have to teach a class here in person, palm open, fingers open. It's going to spin right there. I'm going to have to bend down a little bit. Go one way, go back the other way. You just turn. When you're ready, slowly let your hand open. Open your hand as it goes back. If you need to, help it. Try it a couple times. There's one. I'm a little too sweaty tonight for it to be super smooth. All right, I got to go open the door. I got another class. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. I'll see you in a little bit.